Over the years, a big, huge list of things that I'm really passionate about is things from Japan. And it's a bit like with John Carpenter or the year 1984. When I finally sort of pieced all these things together, I was like, it was kind of phenomenal to me that the list was so big. But I'm going to try and condense thousands of years worth of Japanese culture into one short YouTube video. And one thing there are a lot of people into, me included, are games consoles. And if you're going to be talking about some of the best games consoles, probably the Super Nintendo or just Nintendo in general, or the Sega consoles are probably some of the best ones you'll ever play. Another thing, anybody who's ever spoke to me in real life or watched more than 2 of these videos, I'll realise that I'm paranoid about getting old and dying. But another great thing about Japan is their lifespan is one of the best in the world, and in fact it is the best in the world because the world's oldest person lived to be 116 years old, so I've got another 80 years on this planet, so awesome. No, not really, I'm just trying to say that I'm younger if you add those 2 numbers together. And another great thing as well from my childhood was because I was always like a scrawny kid getting picked on. I thought, maybe if I had any kind of get up and go, I could learn a martial art, and probably 2 of the best martial arts are from Japan. You've got your karate, and you've got your ninja martial arts. So there you go. I know it's called ninjutsu, but I just want to say for that for the comedy. This is a birthday card I had of Chuck Norris, and it's got a list of Chuck Norris facts in. Let's read one. It says, somebody once tried to tell Chuck Norris that roundhouse kicks aren't the best way to kick someone. This has been recorded by historians as the worst mistake anybody has ever made. So you've got your martial arts there. And another thing I kind of learned indirectly from karate was by watching The Karate Kid, as you do. And anybody who's seen that, or the recent Cobra Kai TV series, will realise bonsai trees play a big part of that.
Hey, it's budding. Hey, look at that, it's gonna make it, huh?
Hey, make it because have strong root. Just like you, Daniel-san.
And airways of bonsai trees, you can get like a huge giant tree and have it in a pot that's about this big and actually have it in your house. Although I did try have a bonsai tree and trim it and all that, but it lasted about a month, but I actually kept it for about 2 years just in case it was still alive, and I threw away a live bonsai tree.
What a weirdo!
And this is again something that anybody who's known me for a long time, one of my favourite things of all time is Godzilla. You've got there the 2014 Godzilla and the 1998 original there, which everybody really enjoys and likes. That's the video CD one there, which we all know is the best digital format out there. No, but joking aside, this is how much I liked Godzilla as a kid. And I don't even know if this set of circumstances happened, but there used to be a guy that used to live across the road, and anytime he'd see me, he'd say, "Oh, Godzilla's on, go home, watch Godzilla."
Fire is head in the sky, Godzilla, 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 and Godzilla.
Fashionable nowadays to be into Japanese animation, and I don't like all your fashionable animation like Akira and Studio Ghibli and all that kind of stuff. Actually, that's not true because the film I'm going to mention is Studio Ghibli, but what I mean is in the, it's quote unquote fashionable to like these big labels, but one of my favourite Japanese animated films is The Cat Returns, and any film that's got a little miniature cat wearing a suit and a top hat, okay, you not like that? Also as well, one thing about Japan that I do think is amazing, and it's kind of a twofold thing really, is in the last World Cup, the Japanese fans cleaned the stadium, or cleaned the seats where they were sitting. And can you imagine any other group of fans, especially like ones from the UK or anywhere else for that matter, would never tidy up after him? And I think it dovetails into that, is I found out vending machines in Japan, you can literally just leave them anywhere, like they're in the middle of the countryside or some little alleyway somewhere, and they more or less never get vandalised, and I think can even have cigarette vending machines still in Japan, which is kind of amazing. And last but not least, chopsticks. When I found out chopsticks were a thing, I thought I've got to learn how to use them. And even once went for a Chinese meal, and someone said straight away, I knew you'd be able to use chopsticks as soon as we went in this restaurant. And I even eat pot noodles with chopsticks because that's how I am. And I stand to be corrected, of course, on this, but I think the not pot noodle, the actual brand pot noodle, but I think dried noodles that you tip hot water on to eat, I think that was an actual Japanese invention. We'll have to fact check that later. But let's go over to the comment lever, see if we've got any nice comments. Been a pretty busy day today. I woke up to the Brandon Lee film Laser Mission on TV, which sounds like a made up film, but it's actually true. Been trying to get a good score on Hypersports. I went to see Godzilla 2. Fun fact, Charles Dance is in that film and he's 137 years old. This is one, Desperate Mohidian, the world's strongest Arab. The finale, The Birds, in my opinion, is a letdown. Anyhow, once again, you'll reveal yourself to be a man of culture and taste. Except Mary Poppins. Hate Mary Poppins. Always have. Well, I'll take that compliment. Somebody saying I'm a man of culture and taste. It's, believe it or not, I don't get, that doesn't get said about me very often. But, yeah, Mary Poppins, I do like that film, but I'd be lying if I said it's one of my favourites, although Mark Commode would probably disagree with that because he said,
I do genuinely feel if you don't like Mary Poppins, you and I are not going to get on. It is one of those films that decides whether you can, have a friendship with somebody or not. I mean, seriously, if you don't love Poppins, just don't bother talking to me.
As I said, I've been to see the new Godzilla movie, and in the credits I noticed special effects. One of the names was Eric Allard, and fun fact, Eric Allard designed and built all the Saint robots in Short Circuits. This one's from Doman Gregoric. They will come back when people will find out digital is bull. Well, I think that's off the dead video formats, and even though I like your 4K Ultra HD and your YouTube and Netflix, I do think people are putting all their eggs in one basket, just lumping everything digital, and if it all goes down, they'll have nothing to watch. But final Godzilla fact for the day: one of the main characters in it, named Mark, is played by an actor who was in a really good TV show called Early Edition, and in that TV show was Fisher Stevens. And Fisher Stevens played Ben in Short Circuit, so it all joins together in. This one's from Culture Dog. I was getting to complain about the lack of 007 films on the list, but then I spotted that quick tip of the hat on Her Majesty's Secret Service, and all was well. Cheers. Well, it's kind of embarrassing really that I kind of did forget a lot of the James Bond films, but it says something about the decade, how good it was, or a strong decade it was for films, when the first 6 Bond movies were made in that decade. Pretty good, but I do genuinely think On Her Majesty's Secret Service is one of the best Bond films, and yeah, so it's that was phew, I got out of that one, but yeah, hope everybody has a good week. Thanks for watching and leaving comments, and go check out that Godzilla movie. It's pretty awesome, and keep it locked.
Thanks for watching The Legends of Cherry Hill. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing.